All right, what's up, my friends? Look! It's Splinter Twin. That's right, we're playing some Modern. And, of course, if you missed the bans and unbans in Modern, you missed out. Ban 3 cards, the One Ring, Amps Raptor, and what was the third card they banned? Oh, yeah, Gigantha. And Gigantha. But more importantly, they unbanned freaking Splinter Twin, Mox Opal, Green Sun Zenith, and I forgot the last card. What was the last card that I meant? Looting, Green Sun Zenith, Mox Opal. Oh yeah, and Twin. I just said that. Looting. I don't know. Whatever. Worst intro of all time. But we're playing some Modern again. And hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to the stream. And we're playing freaking Splinter Twin. And of course, everyone's going crazy in Modern right now. You know, the toys they have unlocked are ridiculous. Looting, Mox Opal, two of those powerful cards in Modern, you know, for a very, very long time. Now unleashed again. Twin, I think, amusingly, might be the least impactful of the four. We'll see. I have reservations on if Twin is good enough for current day Modern, but we will see. And then Zenith's also a powerful card too, playing that one as well. So we're playing a bunch of Modern, playing a bunch of the banned cards. We're trying out Twin to start. If you're unfamiliar with Modern, or I guess haven't played or have played Modern, and that's the worst intro of all time. This is an old deck that was really, really good. That's it. Splinter Twin's an enchantment, and you can put it on a creature, and you can tap the creature to make a copy of itself. Put it on Deceiver Exarch, copy itself, untap Deceiver Exarch, make a million Deceiver Exarch, attack your opponent. All right? There you go. That's what it's supposed to do. And these decks were insanely good before Twin was banned, obviously. Able to play the sort of like combo control role where they could always threaten the combo at instant speed, end step, Exarch, tap your land, untap, kill you, but could also play kind of like a fair blue game as well. So this is kind of a melding of the Ragavan decks and the Murktide decks alongside with Twin. People have been trying Twin a million different ways in Modern in the last few days. Village Bellringer, Mardu, a bunch of other options. So in no way am I convinced this is the best list or anything like that. We're just going to try this list that I saw. It looked pretty cool and give it a spin. So worst intro of all time. We're going to wrap up. And of course, remind you all we are brought to you by Rogue. Oh, shit. So we're brought to you by Rogue. Rogue Energy, of course. I'm not a big caffeine guy, but I love their hydration line. Which is no caffeine, no sugar, 5 calories. I'm not in my Rogue bottle today, unfortunately, but Dragon Fruit Mango's flavor of the day. Check them out, rogueenergy.com. Promo code JimDavisMTG. 20% off your order, rogueenergy.com. Check them out. All right, we are in. Yeah, there are no counter spells in this list. You know, this is a list of 5 out of league. Obviously, no one has any idea what's good yet because this is just a pretty exciting period for us. But all right, we're on the draw. Opponent mulligans a 6. We have Terminal Ragavan. Hand's not great otherwise. I also really screwed up by having these ugly Outlaws Spirebluff Canals in here, but whatever. We're going to keep Terminal Ragavan, and we'll try our thing. Card's hanging out. Old Snappy. Snapcaster Mage. Some folks have been playing Flare of whatever it's called, the blue Flare, which is sack a creature, force a will. With Twin. You put Twin on Snapcaster Mage. I think you can... Maybe you can't flashback the Flare like that. Never mind. All right, so we got Murktide Bridge. Why isn't the card thing working? All right, Murktide Bridge. Let me know your thoughts on the overlay. Trying out a new overlay for Magic Online. Not sure if I love it or not, but all right. So unfortunately, we draw another land. It's pretty bad for us, but Fire Up Bowl, Ragavan, Sega. Obviously not a card when Twin was originally a thing. What's up, Tim? They're going to play turn 2 Emery off another Murktide Bridge. Sure. Emery reveals Mox Opal, Urza Saga, Sojourner's Companion, Urza Saga. Sure. So I imagine Emery's just going to block here. But we're going to attack because it's still a good trade. Coming in. So I make a block. And I guess we're just going to fetch up a Surveil land, which I assume is in my deck. And say go. Here's Urza Saga. And Simulacrum Synthesizer. That is a pretty good card, obviously. This is an artifact machine. Scry 2. We are playing a synthesizer affinity deck a little bit later. Crack these Flooded Strands. They go top bottom on the scry. We crack Flooded Strand, get Thundering Falls. Surveil 1. We see Galvanic Discharge. Does improve our Snapcaster Mage. The problem is that I'm concerned that it won't kill anything, given that they're going to have huge Saga tokens and everything else. I guess, yeah, just put one more artifact there, 4/4, so bottom this. Plus, they're going to give for Snap anyway, so untap, and let's try Exarch, right? The third Spirebluff Canal. Great, fantastic. All right, so interesting choice here. We can like play Spirebluff Canal just because play it untapped and have Snapcaster Discharge up, or we could play the Rainforest just so we can have another Thundering Falls. I should play Spirebluff Canal, so they go. Play Canal, so they go. Snapcaster Discharge still might be reasonable. Saga goes Chapter 2. Mox Opal. 1 card left. Pretty wide range of outcomes here. If it's like something like, a companion, make a token, it's pretty insane. If they don't have that, it's pretty reasonable for us. It could also be a card draw spell. Just gonna fire up a Construct, and then they have an affinity to cast a draw 2. Oh my god. All right, well, that's pretty bad for us. So they get a synth token and a monitor, and they get to draw 2. Kind of a bad draw on our part, honestly. Just sure a lot of lands. Thought monitor, draw 2. And end step, I guess we're going to snap and kill this 2/2. Snapping actually plays pretty well with Discharge, honestly, because like you get to keep banking up your energy. So why does it default to 2? Right, it's kind of weird. So you have 1 extra energy, untap, and we draw another Snapcaster Mage. So draw about as awkward and terrible as possible. We're gonna need to. I don't even know what we can draw here, honestly. They got different kinds of constructs coming to town. So far, Mox Opal seems to be the winner here. They're actually going to tap for mana and not make a token. That is definitely not good for us. They get Lava Spare Boots, Plus and Haste and Ward 1. Play a new Urza Saga. Play another Synthesizer. And I think we're just dead here. This is definitely more our draw just being bad than anything else. Our draw just wasn't very good this game. We got to maybe mulligan. It's hard to mulligan turn on Ragavan, but here's a Frogmite. Make 2 more tokens, and we're already just like super dead. Even if I don't think it's a draw the entire deck can save us here. We're just gonna concede. All right, so tough first game there. Obviously, just a really, really bad draw on our part, but we get to bring in some stuff. Unfortunately, no meltdowns in the sideboard. I think it's a little weird, but sure. You got to bring in Brotherhood's End. Destroys all artifacts, mana value 3 or less. Obviously, explosives also could be in the equation as well. Flusterstorm, Dispute Subtlety. Let's cut like a Murktide. Lightning Bolt is like not great against them, honestly. I might shave like a Bolt, a Snap, and an Iteration. Just like shave some of like the slower stuff. I think Ragavan on the play is still fine. Bolt kills Emery. Just like the slow cards, basically. We just don't really need the grindy, like, draw 2s. Yeah, Ragavan. I think we still. I think we're on the play or Ragavan. I might board Ragavan on the draw, honestly. But yeah, let's shave a Bolt, maybe a Snap. Try this. All right, so on the play we got Preordain, Splinter Twins, Brotherhood's End, Snapcaster Mage. Sure, we can keep this. The old Preordain. They keep 7 also. Another recently unbanned card. Bottom second Twin. I think bottom Ragavan too. I think turn 2 Ragavan's too slow. So Bottom, draw another Snapcaster. Just Snapcaster Mages everywhere. Snap, snappy. Turn 1, Urza Saga. Springleaf Drum. Mox Opal. Ornithopter. Memnite. Alright. Springleaf Drum. Mishra's Bauble. Crack the Bauble. Alright, so... I mean, Brotherhood's End should be good here, obviously, but it also will mop the tokens from Urza Saga, too, so... Turn 1 Saga, pretty wild, but... Alright, so we're going to go just play the Falls here. Play Falls. Engineered Explosives. We already have the Brotherhood's End. Explosives can't kill the Mirror Enforcer, like the 7 drops. Kind of want to bin it. I feel like it's kind of telling if we bin it, but I think it's still... Yeah, I'm just going to bin this. I just want to find, honestly, Pestermite or whatever, or Deceiver Exarch. But assume they don't have too much interaction for it, so... Alright, so Saga goes up to Chapter 2. Treasure Vault, Emery. Milling Kappa Cannoneer, Memnite, a couple lands. Unfortunately, Brotherhood's End can't hit the artifacts and the Emery. Spirebluff Canal. See you in it, resub. Thanks so much. Oh man, our hands have really felt like we're playing a modern deck from 2013. You know. So, I guess we're just gonna kill all the artifacts. The problem is like the Emery is just like gonna be pretty nasty, but killing all the drums. I guess they just gonna make a token with Saga too, but whatever, this is fine. All right, so just fire up the Brotherhood's End. Destroy all artifacts, mana value 3 or less. Emery will allow them to somewhat rebuild, but this will buy enough time, hopefully. They just float the mana and make a token after it resolves, right? Like, they're gonna sink into Stupor. Blue 1, return target spell or non-land permanent opponent controls under his hand. Sure. Alright. So not using the Saga for token. Sink into Stupor. I feel kind of stupid.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Saga's going off to Chapter 3. And they got 2 cards in hand. Emery's available to cast Kappa Cannoneer. Brotherhood would destroy the Treasure Vault, yes. And, looks like they're going to fire up the... This is weird, though, because, like, they can fire up a Construct, which will die to the Brotherhood's End. Maybe they have another interactive spell, I guess. Could have, like, Metallic or Rebuke or whatever else. Brotherhood's End is looking pretty spicy next turn, I'm not going to lie. So, they get a Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. And play... Obviously, they should have Millionaires of Saga, so why wouldn't they? So, hi, Karn, how are you? Urza Saga, obviously. Urza Saga and Moxel being the same format is kind of ridiculous. Alright, so Bauble, do more stuff. Brotherhood's End still looks really good here. Also, that last card's a counterspell, so we're just going to try and do the thing. Alright, destroy all artifacts, mana value 3 or less. Alright. Sure, I guess. What's up, Joe? Thanks to resub. What unbanning card am I most excited for? I think Mox Opal's the most powerful of the bunch. I'm just a big looting fan also. I think looting was wrongly banned in the first place. So think looting is like it died for a lot of other card sins. All right, so they're gonna Cannoneer here, I guess. We're kind of like just dead again. Like we just have a couple Snapcaster Mages and a Twin and just nothing. Like kind of similar to game 1, honestly. They have had the interaction twice, I guess. So like we've had our, you know, if Brotherhoods was and resolved either time, I think we were golden, obviously, but the third Urza Saga, they have drawn a lot of Urza Sagas. That is definitely a thing. All right, attack for 8. We are going to crack our Flooded Strand, get a Surveil land, and hope we draw something relevant. I only have 1 card left, so. All right, so get the other Thundering Falls. Top card's Delta, put it in the bin. We're down to 11 already. Untap and draw a Ragavan. Fantastic. We can snap Preordain, I guess. Fire up Preordain. There's Deceiver Exarch. Sure, that's fine, I guess. This unblockable Cannoneer is always going to kill us in 2 turns. Yeah, we should actually don't have to. We can tap the Cannoneer and block this thing. Sure, so get Tarn. Play Ragavan. So we need 2 turns to complete our stuff here. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to do that, honestly. We'll see. Obviously, Exarch can tap Cannoneer. We get a block or 2, but... Cosmic Reset, thanks so much. So, make a token. It's got Ward 4. That's true. Jesus. Yeah, they were stone dead. Not a good start for not a good start here for our twin deck. This is already 7. They get Shadow Spear, which gives trample on the construct. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, not a good start. Not a good start. All right, so round 2, we are on the draw again. We have Ragavan. You gotta keep, right? That first match, our deck felt archaic. It felt like we were playing a, you know, we were swinging an old wooden driver or whatever, and everyone's, you know, blasting off with their titanium Big Berthas or whatever, you know, like, so we'll see. But here's Quarian Ranger, so opponent's playing some elfy stuff. Ragavan's gonna be really bad here also, unfortunately. We draw Twin. Still gotta cast it. Say go. Thoughts on Jeskai to him and Teferi? Teferi is good in combo decks, for sure. Yeah, this is the new arena update. Alright, so they're going to bounce their Forest Quarian Ranger, play Heritage Druid. Alright. And play Eldamari Corvical. We are playing that card later. Get a Lightning Bolt in our deck? Somewhere, maybe, possibly. Nope. I forgot my favorite part of Magic Online. When your opponent has to stop on your upkeep, says go, and just like goes to the bathroom or whatever. Perfect. Fantastic. We draw Galvanic Discharge. Alright. Well, that was a good draw. Alright, yeah, let's discharge it up, right? Let's kill this Eldamari. And get a Ragavan shot in and go from there. Here comes Ragavan. Here comes Ragavan. Right down Spirebluff Lane. So they're going to untap. So that's fine. So this is great. So we bounce their land and kill one of their creatures, which is fine. And now should play second Ragavan, I think. Ragavan doing it as Mog Fanatic impression. We play the Forest. And they're just going to say go. Wow. All right. Untap. We draw Island. We now have Pestermite into Twin in theory. Let's attack our Ragavan and see what happens. Once again, we're happy. Very happy with the trade here. Nope, it's gonna hit. Well, if it hits, we're now we're in phenomenal shape. So Ragavan makes a treasure, hits their Windswept Teeth, which is whatever. We're already rolled up. We just say go, right? We just tap. We tap Forest or Heritage Druid. We could tap an elf in response to them casting an elf. This untaps. This untaps a creature. Greater Ranger kind of stops Pestermite from being that annoying, honestly. What's up, McIntyre? I guess we just tap the Forest. They can bounce it and replay it, but like whatever, it's still minus a mana, so. Alright, so tap this. Tap this, come on. What is going on? There we go. Yes, please. Tap that Forest. Play Dryad Arbor. And I think we're good, folks. I think we're good to go here. All right, folks. It's been a long time. But it's our first twin kill since... we didn't mean to have it. What if we didn't have it? What if we were just playing stuff, right? In sideboarding. And the card thing's not working again. All right. Brotherhoods and Engineer Explosives again, I guess. Are we interested in Subtlety? Maybe. Honestly. I would say that all of our grindy stuff is bad here. The Murktides. Some iterations and some Snapcaster. I guess Snapcaster Bolt's still really good. Ragavan's pretty terrible against them, honestly. Maybe we leave some Murktides in to have like a plan B win condition. Because I think Bolt Snap Bolt's pretty good against them too. So we just kind of kill all their stuff and be a control deck. Which means you want the iterations though. Yeah, cut the Ragavans. Let me cut a Pestermite too. They're not going to interact with our combo very much, so... yeah, let's try this. Alright, opponent keeps 7. We're going to do the same. We got a couple considers. We got, honestly, a pretty nice Murktide hand here. Just kill a thing, consider Murktide. Elves not a deck known for interacting very much, so... I'm just play Spirebluff Canal. There's no way we don't cast Discharge or Consider, I guess. Yeah, so no reason to fetch just yet. What's up, Johnny? Folks, today welcome. My name is Jim, pro Magic player, full-time content creator, and playing some modern post-bans and unbans. I don't play a ton of Magic Online these days, but want to get into the fun, you know. Elvish Visionary, so obviously not a card we're stoked to kill at Discharge. Wired Symbiote is on the platform now. Elves did get a lot of quiet upgrades over the last however long, so consider Subtlety. Just gonna go to the bin, I think. Draw Delta. All right. And Deceiver Exarch. Welcome back, buddy. If you're unfamiliar, Splinter Twin is an enchantment that gives the creature the ability to tap and make a copy of itself. And Deceiver Exarch is a creature that can untap things. So you make a copy of itself, untap itself, make a copy of itself, untap itself, and so on and so forth. Take 1 damage. You got Wirewood Symbiote. So this is like the legacy combo, basically, of Symbiote plus Visionary. You just bounce it, cast it again. A little bit of an engine, if you will. We're obviously going to kill this symbiote and stop this from going on, but I think we're in pretty good shape here. So, fire up a Discharge. We should default the toughness, you know. Draw a card. And we're going to end step. Do I want to Surveil land or cast Consider? I think it's Surveil land, right? Yeah. Thundering Falls. I guess everyone's like just super excited for Magic Online right now, and everyone's playing, so it's just a little laggy or something, because I'm clicking it. There we go. Surveil 1. Top card is Snapcaster Mage. All right, let me keep that. And play a land as they go. And we now have Discharge, Consider, another Thundering Falls. Next turn we have Murktide if we want it. We also have Exarch. Their draw a little less explosive this game than the prior game, you know. Play Heath. Attack for 1. If you want to play a 2011 Modern deck, you get 2011 Modern Internet Speeds. That's funny. Priest of Titania, another new addition to the format. So let's just fire up a Discharge here. Start there. See what happens. You will deal 1 point of damage. Let's crack our Misty Rainforest. Thundering Falls again. Surveil. Another Discharge. What's next turn for us? We're going to cast Murktide, probably. I'm going to keep us on top. Makes my Consider worse, I guess, but I'm still going to cast it, so... I want to Consider in the graveyard, so... I should have considered first, right? Yeah, that was stupid. I should consider then Thundering Falls. Whatever.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
It's a drop. And... Preordain. I like Preordain. I'm in. I'm a Preordain fan. I'm just going to crack this first. Yeah, very possible they have like some sort of like hate in their hand, like the Dismember or whatever. So I'm going to bottom both of these and draw a Consider. Want to leave Discharge up. Just going to cast Murktide here. So let's Murk it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll leave a Discharge in the graveyard. You know what? Let's cut all the spells. Make the biggest Murktide possible and have Discharge in our hand and Snapcaster also. So play a huge Murktide. It's an 8/8. We say go. Could have Force of Vigor also. Yeah, definitely a few cards I can have here. Crack a fetch. Get Dryad Arbor. Sure. No natural order here. No glimpse of nature here. So it looks like Legacy Elves, you know, but from a while back. But is Elves still playable in Legacy? Well, maybe they do have natural order. Here's a Green Suns X equals 3. Sure. They're going to get a Eldamari Corvingal and play a Heritage Druid. So we're going to kill the Eldamari in response. They can't make mana. Looks good for me.
Get off my plane.
I thought I'd die fighting side by side with an elf.
Alright, and untap. Draw Steam Vents. Just cast to Consider. Top card is Lightning Bolt. That does speed up our clock by a turn. 886, yeah, by a turn. But also putting in the graveyard for Snap is pretty good too. Druid, Visionary, Arbor, and 3 cards in hand. Sure. Just gonna top it. Top it. Attack for 8. Remember a card. Instant card leaves your graveyard. Put a counter on this. So I could just attack. I could snap Discharge here. And make this into a 9/9 into a 2-turn clock. I kind of like that. Let's stack. No blocks. Just gonna keep killing their stuff, you know. I hope I hope their hand is like 17 different Force of Vigors or whatever, you know. That would be ideal. All right, on the play, Thundering Falls, Preordain, double Splinter Twin. I think we're gonna keep. I am deeply sad about the Rangers being the worst team in hockey. Yes. Put them all against 6. It is actually unbelievable that they won the President's Trophy last year, and this year they look like a dysfunctional beer league team. So, Magic On is better. I don't agree, but obviously being able to play, you know, Vintage Cube, Modern is great. So, opponent's on 6 cards. Our hand's not great, you know, double twin, awkward, but They reveal a Devourer of Destiny. All right, so they are Eldraziing. Sure. All right, so Thundering Falls, Expressive Iteration. I think I'm down. Top, please. Come on, Magical Line, just work for me. Word Player says, how long till folks realize Twins is just worse than Opal, Looting, and Green Sun Zenith? I kind of agree. I think that, I think, when they announced the bannings, I did a video, of course, on my reaction. I don't think Splinter Twin will be a viable thing in Modern. I'm also okay being wrong, but I think Splinter Twin is nothing compared to what it was, you know, a decade ago. Modern is so much faster and better, more interactive now. I think Splinter Twin will mostly be like, you know, a tier 2, you know, it's a deck, it's fun, but not like a crazy thing, whatever. But we'll see, you know. Definitely think that I agree that Looting, Mox Opal, much scarier cards. The things, you know, Modern has changed so much in the last 10 years that, you know, it's just insane. So, all right, so play Cavern of Souls. I don't know how many counter spells in my deck anyway, so. And then let's Preordain here, I guess. Preordain, looking for a land. We find the Exarch and a Consider. It's like keep both and just cast the Consider also to put a card in the graveyard for Murktide. And then we'll play Iteration next turn for a land. I like that. Alright, so go. Yes. The big question is, what are they going to unban later this year when they ban Dr. Octopus? Right? Like, Doc Ock's too good, gotta ban it. What cards are they going to unban to placate the masses? Here's Eldrazi Temple. And just happened to. They could have a Chalice here. Chalice of the Void is a card that's gotten a little better, I think. What is Doc Ock? We don't know yet. Doc Octopus, famous Spider-Man villain, you know. Spider-Man set comes out later this year. All right, so to top this, as we said the plan was, we're going to untap. And, all right, another Exarch. It's going to find a land here, obviously. Here's Iteration. Come on, man. Help me out here. Yeah, Spider-Man Universe Beyond this year. And there's our island. So I think we're gonna, yeah. Oh shit. No. I had the wrong one. It's lagging. Come on! Help me out here! I want island to hand. Or whatever. Doesn't matter, actually. Preordain or island to hand. We're playing both, so. Oh my god. Undo. Alright, thank God. Alright, island. Bottom library is Murktide. Preordain's exiled. Play the land. Play Preordain. Preordain is really good. Also a recently unbanned card. And yeah. Just gonna. So next turn's fetch land. Exarch, then Twin. What's up in this? Bottom top. Alright, I mean, our opponent hasn't done anything yet. So end step, they're going to fire up a Eldrazi command. Joe says, wish the Universes Beyond were like unsets, where they were fine and casual, but not tournament legal. But the unsets are tournament legal sometimes, right? Stickers, that's still legal, right? Command, so make a spawn, draw a card. Festive, resub, thanks so much. That's not a good spot for this. This is gonna have to go like here. The card thing broken again? Oh my god, man. I'll have to find a new way to do that, I guess. trying a new overlays thing. It's obviously not working properly. All right. What do you got there, random guy XD? Forest. Malevolent Rumble. Feeling a rumble, folks. Top 4 cards. Permanent card from among them into your hand. Make spawn. Final Fantasy set too, yeah. All right, so they mill over a Kozilek's Return, Emrakul, the Promised End, and some stuff. I think we're just golden. I'll say Dismember here. We're just gonna, you know, end step Exarch, tap their land. I'm sorry, we're gonna upkeep, tap Temple. If they have Dismember, it's gonna be a little annoying, but. Yeah, really think about this Malevolent Rumble here. Misty Rainforest, Forest, or Emrakul, the Promised End. All right, so they take the Misty Rainforest. And they get a spawn. So, untap. We draw a Consider. I mean, we're going to say go. We're going to upkeep, just upkeep, tap their Eldrazi Temple, I think. Play Exarch, tap Temple. We can't tap them off at Dismember because they have these spawn tokens, so we're just going to upkeep it, get the tempo off of it. We also just cast Murktide too, so. Another interesting question of like, do you want to just get a Thundering Falls with our fetch land, or do you want to cast Consider? Alright, so tap target permanent opponent controls. Temple, tap it. Make colorless. Dismember. Which member? This is actually really good for us, I think, because now we're sure they have it, and we're not going to end up, you know, walking into it with our twin. We have another Exarch too, so. Play another Temple. This is getting to be a lot of mana here. 2, 4, 5, 6. We cast Murktide, they just eat it with a Devourer. Oh, they have a Myco spawn? Jeez. Alright. So Myco spawn is the freaking bomb. Put its card at the PT, obviously. Alright. That's not good for us. They now have like infinite mana, and our Murktide does very little. I guess our hope here is that they don't have another Dismember. Alright. Let's Thundering Falls. We need the red anyway, so. Thunder Falls. And then we'll try and set up for a twin again. Just do our thing. Alright. Top card is Steam Vents. Keep it on top. Alright, so untap. Play Steam Vents. Pay 2 life. We are once again going to tap a Temple on their upkeep. Leaving them with 2, 4, 6, I guess 7 mana. I guess they could just cast Devourer, right? This might have been wrong, actually. Any land cast Devourer. Yeah, that was a mistake, actually.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your.
We do have a land too. Yeah, that was just a stone punt. I'm just an idiot. I mean, now we could like pave the way for our Murktide maybe, but it just blanks the twins in our hand. Yeah, we should just end step this. That was very stupid. That's a bad play. That's on me. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just Murktide and just keep playing, I guess. You know. No Decklist command. I need to put Magic Online, so I don't have things. I don't have it set up. So just a list of a 5/0 deck dump. All right. So yeah, I think we played this one pretty badly, but it's fine. Let's cast Consider. Galvanic Discharge. I'll put that in the bin. Draw another Snapcaster Mage. We do have, you know, now we've kind of worked through all our stuff, and now we can cast a big Murktide, which will be a 2-turn clock. So 6/6 Devour, attack for 3. 3 cards left. Draw Flooded Strand. Both falls are accounted for, right? Yes, so we just cast Murktide and have Snapcaster up. Seems fine. I guess a lot of folks are playing Magic Online right now. Unsurprisingly. So, all right. Preordain. Consider iteration. Preordain. Just consider. Just go for the full Monty here. So give me an 8/8 Murktide. Just gonna say go. We got Snap Discharge up. As if you'll play Modern again. It's cool. Not the biggest Modern fan in the world, but obviously pretty. It's always exciting to see a format get totally shaken up. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 mana. There are certainly bad things that can happen to us here. Okay. Go right to combat. They don't appear to have any good attacks, but could be wrong. Suppose they have a Dismember. All right, that's a good sign. Three cards in hand. And end step. Cool. So let's pop a snap off here, I think. Let's counter on our Murktide, which is probably not that relevant, but and could twin the Snapcaster. I have no things to do that with. We draw another Murktide, but unfortunately we have 0 spells in our graveyard, so that's not very exciting. I think we're just attacking for 9 and hoping that we can kill him next turn. Haven't put twin on Snapcaster just yet, but obviously consider doing it here if I had a target. They're at 6. Could have maybe left like a consider in the graveyard, just exile the Exarch instead. I wanted the full-size Murktide, though. Might have been unnecessary. Find a Hedge Maze. And they bin a Talisman. So alright. Murktide and a Dream. Apparently Murktide's good enough, so
Game. Blouses.
it did deal with both my my twin combos, but alright, so we're gonna look at a sideboard. There are no consigned memories in the sideboard. Alright, I guess. Flusterstorm, Dispute, Subtlety. They obviously have a Cavern of Souls. With cast triggers and stuff, Subtlety's kind of whatever. Blood Moon plays. Aside from Blood Moon, though, I don't think we really want much else. I would say our bolts aren't particularly exciting. Sure. Nice white bordered Blood Moons. You love to see it. All right. It's fine. It's actually not bad, right? We should have 3 Pestermites and a Consider. Consider obviously goes a long way, and a Land to Mana is pretty good too. This is like fine, I guess. We're going to keep. Doesn't seem great, but here's Devour Destiny. Top 4 cards, do your thing.
Make a little noise here, huh?
Come on, I can't hear you.
All right. All right. That's
Somebody's playing a prank on
a little much. A little much on the Deceiver Exarch front. Lord of Jord says, "What a weird time. I used to dread seeing Splinter Twin. Now I'm rooting for it." Very, very common in Magic that the bad guy of the format ends up being the hero. Like when they banned the Affinity cards in Standard, people like still tried to play Affinity with like Genesis Chamber and stuff, and like it was like the coolest thing ever, you know. So all right, let's get a Surveil land here, and just gonna bin this land and draw a Ragavan. I don't think it's gonna be very successful, but we're gonna cast Ragavan. So play Ragavan, turn 2. Could dash it, but like if I spend 2 mana and they have a Dismember or something like that, I guess like it's like there's just so many of these. I think it's just whatever. I want to cast Consider also. His hand needs a lot of improvement. So Zan says the only way to fix Modern, ban all the cards that have power crept the cards that used to be staples. No, there is no fixing Modern. This is what Modern is now. And if you don't like that, you know, I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly, but here's a Myco spawn, sure. You know, but this is what Modern is now. You know, Modern Horizon sets are not going away. They can't ban 60 cards or whatever, so here's Myco spawn, here's Temple. And let's consider, I guess, try and find ourselves. We could just aggro Exarch here and just tap the Myco spawn. I gotta do that, actually. I'm gonna top. You know what? I'm gonna bin this. I'm gonna bin the Discharge and just aggressively play a Pestermite and tap their Myco spawn. Draw land. You know, 1 Discharge is not exactly gonna be a lot here. We're just gonna like just get in. And we'll do Pestermite since we're more aggressive. It's an actual attacker, so tap this. Here comes Ragavan. Gonna hit? I believe so. Yes, it is. That's a hit.
Bingo! All right.
Get treasure and reveal a Emrakul, the Promised End.
Good lord.
Can't cast that one.
Gigantism.
Let's take up. So they've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 mana this turn. If they cast the Devourer, exile Pestermite. We got plenty more of that game front, obviously. So do. Sprawl targeting the... They're tapping Maze to target Sprawl on Maze. Okay. They're going to choose red. They're going to say go with 4 mana up and 4 cards in hand. Well, we're just going to keep aggro tapping here, I think. So, fire up Exarch. Ragavan does lend a little more utility to the tap effects. And we're going to Tap this. 4 cards. This was the best part of Twin decks, by the way. Was this like just attacking with shitters and not actually comboing? Best part by far. Here's Dismember. And now I can play a 5/5 Murktide. I believe we're going to do, honestly. They're already at 11. Here's Murktide. Blue, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Your turn. We got a clock, folks. 2. I guess I could just cast Devourer, but that's fine. They tap out. Tapping out is scary in the face of Twin, obviously. They're just doing it, so whatever. But now you can just draw Twin and kill them. It'd be cool, too. It's only a 5/5, it's whatever. Pestermite's still chipping in. Goodbye, Murktide. Hello, Devourer of Destiny. They have no land, so we're in the clear for a Splinter Twin here. Splinter Twin. In for 2 in the air. Do I want to tap a thing on the upkeep? I think I do. It's also there's also a 6/6 coming in. You take 6 damage. I think taking 6 damage is worth it, though. Do I think that direct to modern sets should stop? I mean, they're obviously not going to because they make $1 million worth of Pacific Coast. Let me tap the Maze, I think. The damage is done, you know, like, again, this just isn't modern news these days, so. All right, well, they got 3 cards in hand. They're not lands. We're going to upkeep, tap a land here. With our Super Exarch draw. Want to draw like a Preordain or something, you know? I think this is the year Mystical Dispute. You guys tap land anyway, right? He'll not pay 3, so you got me. I think this is the year that Wizards of the Coast has gone like too far. 6 sets, 3 versus beyond sets, where there's going to be pushback on like, all right, enough is enough, and folks are going to like stop being able to buy stuff or whatever. And we're going to see a bit of a downswing, but it could be wrong, obviously. Strength of the Unbans. Yeah, I think it's Mox, Looting, Green Sun, Splinter Twin. Cosmos Command, Exile Thing, Scry X Draw. So still drawing live to a Twin here. Cosmos Command's so good. Like, 1 top, 3 bottom. Attack for 9. All right. Twin me. All right. Okay. Okay. That plays. Iteration. Saw the red cards. Got pretty excited, but no dice. All right, so we've used 1 Thundering Falls this game. So I would say we play Misty Rainforest. We'll just Exarch tap the 6/6. You can block the Myco Spawn, attack for 2. Yeah, sure. So Bolt, or I guess Ragavan's fine too. So you want to cast Ragavan, play Misty Rainforest. Oh, then I can't search up a Surveil land though. Ragavan's definitely relevant at this stage of the game. It forces them to block it or whatever. What's up, Doom? Yeah, so card to hand is going to be maybe just the Bolt, actually. We are kind of racing too. Bolt to hand, Ragavan to exile. It's a bolt to hand. Come on, Magic Online, you can do it. You can do it, friend. Bottom library is Misty. Ragavan to exile. Play a land. We could dash Ragavan, I guess. 2/4. Yeah, that's not gonna work though. So cast Ragavan. They did scry top, I suppose. We're gonna. Yeah, that's a valid concern. If we dash though, then we can't Exarch and stay alive, which is an issue. So I think staying alive is more important. I'm just gonna say go. They're at 7. We have lethal technically with both of these and the bolts. Ancient Stirrings. And they're playing it off of the Talisman for a pain. Interesting. Devour of Destiny. Sure. So they have a land here. They can cast Devourer. 2, 4, 6. It's pretty fun that you can like tap this before they imprint, so they can't get 2 mana off of it. Obviously, that's not the case in this current scenario. But so play another Devourer. They'll probably exile Pestermite. We still have Exarch for a comment. They're exiting. They're gonna go for the kill actually. All right, sure. So we'll just cast Exarch, tap the Devourer, and once again be drawing to Twin. They're at 6 life. They're also like dead to a Snapcaster or Bolts, which is fun too. So Snapcaster or Bolt, definitely less fun than just drawing Twin though. We had a twin chant in the chat, please. That's chat's going. All right, here we go. This one's for the game. I mean, it's not great. This is a 5/5 Murktide. It does potentially win the game next turn, but so does Pestermite by itself. Murktide costs 7, costs 5. All right, you just attack for 2 and play Murktide, leave up Bolts. Sure. If they have a removal spell, the Bolt keeps us alive. Yeah, sure. All right, so we could Bolt first, but I want to keep Bolt in my hand, I think, and then we're just gonna block with the. I guess if it's a 6/6, it blocks in trades, but like, our goal is to just kill them with the Pestermite next turn. 2 cards in hand. And if I bolt the Myco Spawn or them. So I want to have a blocker. So I don't die to one removal spell. Yeah, I guess I'll make a 6/6. Then they are dead. Ah, man, what a tough call here. Tough call indeed. Six life points. I'm just gonna hold the Bolt. Cast the Murktide. Say go. Oh, I'm sorry. I miscounted anyway. I was counting as a 5/5 into a 6/6, so it's a 4/4 into a 5/5, which is irrelevant. So this is definitely correct. Yeah, I was miscounting the Exarch in the Graveyard as an instant. It's got Flash, right? Should Count for something, right? Should count for something.
You know, I just do things.
3 cards in hand. A lot of very bad things could happen to us this turn. Obviously, here's a Shifting Woodland. There's a copy. They have Delirium. This can copy a permanent in their graveyard, which doesn't seem to have any relevance. So if everything stands here, they're dead, and they don't know it yet.
Game.
All right, 2-1. All right, so as I mentioned, playing 3 matches for each deck. I want to get to all the decks today that I want to play. This list feels, I don't know, a little like archaic might be the word. Like, we definitely, I don't think that like, we won the game, but I don't think you're going to win the game where you draw 3 Exarchs and a Pestermite very often, and no Twin especially. I think that it needs to be a little more of like a side piece in the main story. Deck felt kind of clunky, you know. Iterations are basically a 3-drop. Snapcaster is basically a 3-drop. So these are more like here, you know. And then obviously Murktide Twin are very, very clunky as well. So like, I don't know if I like this build of this deck. If I win a league, you know, and the sideboard's weird too, right? No Meltdowns, no Consign to Memories, both pretty like clearly awesome cards. So not sure, obviously. We're in the wild, wild west right now. You know, we're literally on day 2 of the unbans. Fear of Missing Out's a card you can play also, but like obviously works with Twin, which is kind of cool. But a lot of ways to take it. There's also been some like Boros Twin decks playing Village Bellringer, which if you're unfamiliar with that card is, I'll show you. The Village Bellringer is a 1/4, same thing as Pestermite basically. It's 1/4 flash, and then when ETBs untap all creatures you control. So less utility than Exarch, where you can't like tap their things. But obviously, if you just don't want to play blue, it's obviously a way to do it too. But many more decks to play on stream. We're playing looting decks. We're playing Affinity decks. Playing a bunch of stuff. So look for all those on YouTube and everything else. And I'm watching on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's go.